welcome to our channel. Today we are just relaxing out on this hot southern Indiana day.
Enjoying the back porch.
Yeah, relaxing out on our patio and just drinking some sweet tea and
the southern way,
yeah.
in a mason jar.
Yeah. So we just just relaxing today, I guess. But anyways, today we want to basically we're gonna over the next couple episodes on our channel, we are gonna be talking about Disney and being overweight. And so basically, since we're overweight, we can use the word fat, right?
Yeah.
So can fat people ride the rides at Disney? And I know in one of our previous videos we kind of talked about, you know, riding rides, but we want to kind of go over every ride at Disney and let you know if we've ridden them and what we think if we can ride them, and just basically what it's like to be overweight and going to Disney World. And so, but for the first few minutes of this video, we just want to kind of talk about Animal Kingdom, because we haven't really talked about our Animal Kingdom visit when we went there. And so we want to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to talk about the rides at Animal Kingdom, and what it was like for us being overweight and being at Animal Kingdom.
The icon at the Animal Kingdom, of course, is the Tree of Life. And it is a huge tree there, and if you go and look at it, there's all kinds of animals that's been made into the tree. And it's actually made out of an old oil rig. But it's a very neat center of the park there. One of the good things is about the Animal Kingdom is that they actually have the Kilimanjaro Safari, and you get to ride through the wilderness that they have there and see all kinds of different animals that Disney has. They also have It's a Bug's Life. That right there is pretty cute. That's a good little show. It really is good.
And then they have the Expedition Everest, which is like the
it's like
their big roller coaster there.
Yeah.
And then they have the Cali River Rapids, which is
that is good. The River Rapids, that's a lot of fun. You get a little wet.
Yeah.
Just a little wet. Not a whole lot, but you do get wet while you're on it.
But we had a lot of fun at Animal Kingdom. That day, we were just really tired. I think we had overdid it the first couple days of our trip, and so by the time we got to Animal Kingdom, I think we were just exhausted, and our feet were hurting. And Animal Kingdom's a lot of it's kind of up and down and around, and it's kind of like trekking through a park, you know.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of hills. There's more hills at Animal Kingdom than any other park.
I think so.
It's very hilly. I think that they made it that way on purpose because of the different animal habitats. And, of course, you have the River Rapids ride, which they had to make all that up and down there. Mm-hmm. And so it is more hilly than any other park that they have.
Yeah.
And if you're in a wheelchair, you'll make sure you want to have someone that's going to push you real good that day, because when you go, because it's very steep certain places.
Yes.
So, what are you laughing about?
Sloppy. If you're in a wheelchair, it is very.
Take your rascal.
Yeah. So anyway, but we had a good time at Animal Kingdom. If you really like, if your kids or you really like animals, it's a really good. It's not really theme parky.
No, it's not.
It's not. But
their big restaurant that is there, of course, it's the
the Yak and Yeti or
Yak and Yeti. Well,
and the Rainforest
Cafe is a restaurant that's there.
No, it's
but that's a chain.
It's the other one, the T-Rex, isn't it? I can't remember.
I thought that, remember Rainforest Cafe is on your way in. It's by the gate there on the left-hand side.
Okay, maybe,
But that's just a chain restaurant, but they have one there.
Yeah.
But like they have the Yak and the Yeti. They have some sort of Hindu Indian restaurant there. They've got, all in all, if you're looking for food at the Animal Kingdom, it's really not one of the best parks for locations to eat.
Right, I agree. The place that we ate at,
Unless you want to eat after the animals.
I really didn't. It wasn't my favorite place to eat. So,
in fact, I think we made dinner reservations that night over at
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom at the not Crystal Palace, but it was a character dining with
Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest. Yeah, right there. But
so anyway, we did have a good time at Animal Kingdom, but now we kind of just want to talk about the rides at Animal Kingdom.
yes, they do have good rides, good attractions.
At our last visit, we didn't ride every single ride, but in our visit prior to that, we've pretty much ridden all these rides. So we're just kind of go on an overview, and as you can tell, we're both overweight, and so it might help you on your trip if you're deciding whether to go to Disney or not. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. I will not.
I'll tell you that I have a 50-inch waist, and I'm over 6 foot tall.
Yes, and I wear a size 24 in my pants. So, 22, 24. Anyway, depends on what
day of the week it is.
What day of the week it is, that's right. He laughs at me because my weight goes like this. So, anyway.
That's part of being a pastor, though.
Yeah. So, anyway, really and truly, I mean, that's pretty much 24 and 50. So, that might help you. So, the first ride would be the Dinosaur Ride.
Yes.
Which it's like a car, you sit in it, and it goes through, and
you ride through
and it's bumpy, and it does this, and there's dinosaurs coming at you, and I could ride it.
If you have back trouble, you don't want to ride it.
Right. But I could ride it, and
yes.
it was comfortably.
Yes.
I mean, as comfortable, I guess, as it could be. So we were both fine on the dinosaur. On Expedition Everest,
it was good.
it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have any problem whatsoever. We sat side by side.
I think that it's just a bar.
It's a bar. It's like a pull down bar. So, and it's not like one bar. It's one bar for me and one bar for him. So we sat side by side. It was fine. Mm-hmm. Comfortable. We were fine. The
river rapids, you get into the float and you sit down, and it's got just like a little lap belt that you put on. And as I recall, the belt still had some room.
Right.
Even when I had it put on. So there's room there.
And I don't know, but they probably have extenders.
They may have,
They may have. I don't know that for sure. But we rode it just fine. Mm-hmm. The Kilimanjaro Safari.
You're just sitting in a truck.
You're sitting in a truck.
Yeah, it's just a bench seat.
Yeah.
There is no seat belt or anything for that.
Yeah, so no problem whatsoever.
And they do even have handicap accessible trucks where people in the wheelchairs can roll up on their cart and get in there as well. Mm-hmm. So they are accommodating to people who are in wheelchairs as well.
Yeah, they are. So the Primeval World
is sort of like
it is evil because it's like a roller coaster.
It's a tilt-a-whirl roller coaster
around.
And I think it was just a lap bar as well.
I can't remember, but I think it was closed when we were there. This last
the second time they were working on it.
The previous time we went, we rode it, and it was fine. And even your brother rode it.
Yes.
And his brother is quite a bit bigger.
And he's 6'6".
He's 6'6", and he probably wears a
58 or 60.
Yeah, and so he rode it, so he did fine. So that one's good. If you like the swirly, make you sick kind of rides. Mm-hmm. Then the Triceratops spin. It's like the Dumbo ride.
Yeah.
We didn't ride it.
All around.
We didn't ride it. And we've not even ridden Dumbo. But we have rode the Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom. So my assumption is it's probably kind of the same.
Yeah.
So we cannot give you an exact. We may be able to at our next visit.
December.
We may ride it. But as far as that goes, if it's anything like the Astro Orbiter, like their seat restraints or whatever, we can ride that. So I'm sure we can ride Triceratops Spin. I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. And then the Wildlife Express train. We didn't do that.
In fact, they were working on that last time we were there. They've been doing a lot of work at Animal Kingdom. They're putting in a Avatar World there. Lots of updates, and so I think they've been making the Wildlife Express train bigger. So they've been working on that while we were there last time.
I don't know, but I think you just make this stuff up sometimes.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe they are. I don't know. But anyways, if it's anything like the train at Magic Kingdom,
it's a bench
seat. There's no restraints. You can ride it fine. And then a Bug's Life, it's not a ride, but it's, you go in and you sit and sit. It's a bench seat. And the bench seats aren't they're not big.
They're almost like a regular theater chair, aren't they?
But remember, they have the stuff that blows out.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's bugs underneath you. And
it does too.
But we were fine. It's just like a long row of benches, so
you can feel the walls stinging you in the back.
Yeah. So there are those things that we did do that were fine.
I think that's all the rides at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. And the other attractions, they're just basically like going in and sitting. No problems whatsoever did we have. So that might help you on your trip to Disney if you're planning, or if you're just afraid, hey, I want to take my kids, but I'm overweight and I don't know that my kids will enjoy it because I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy it with them. And Walt Disney, when he was when he had thought up Disneyland and Disney World, he is a very family-oriented person.
Yes.
And I'm sure he didn't think years from now, years from when he was thinking that Americans would be so overweight. But the thing of it is very family-oriented.
And the Imagineers have kept that in mind. And
mothers and fathers can ride those rides with their children, even at whatever size they are. So hopefully this video has helped you.
Yep.
And that you will plan a trip with your children to go to Walt Disney World. And just have fun. No one cares when you're there. You're the happiest place on earth.
Yes.
And so nobody cares. So go and have a good time with your family.
Yes.
Just
enjoy yourself.
Enjoy your trip.
Like an old gospel singer said one time at one of their concerts, he said, you paid a ticket to get here, enjoy your money. So if you've paid tickets to go to Disney World, you better enjoy the money you've spent on it. So go and have a good time.
Yes. So if you have any questions for us, please ask us questions.
Comment below.
Yeah. And I'm going to sneeze.
She can edit that out too.
So ask any questions you have. We love to answer your questions and comment on anything that you want, just as long as they're nice comments.
Yep.
If you have bad comments, we don't want those. So I'm just teasing. But do that. And if you like us, subscribe below.
Subscribe below.
And we would love to have you, and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we just hope that this video has helped you.
See you real soon.